You know, I've always been good at talking to people, and it just kind of clicked. And they offered me a job. I worked out there for 8.5 years. I wound up being a pit boss. People would lose tons of money. It was really negative after a while. You know, I saw people lose their house payments. I saw people die at slot machines because they hit a jackpot and they died. And their friends were pissed when the EMTs came and told them you had to move, and they were like, I'm still playing. And they, like, your friend just died. You don't even care, you know? And I kind of always wanted to, I like cars. And so I wound up quitting and just started building cars. We were in the process of breaking up, and she said, I'm pregnant. I was like, wow. So, I mean, we did it at a home birth, a water birth. It was like just not even difficult, she just did it. And, you know, suddenly here comes the baby. So I reached down, and that's when I first had Gabby, right then and there. I mean, it was awesome. You know, here's this wonderful baby girl. When she was 5 months old, her mom had a chance to become an air traffic controller. And she said, well, I'll have to go to Oklahoma for 6 months. You have to take care of her. And I said, well, right now, I've never even given her a bottle. Not that I'm worried about any of that, but you're gonna come back, she's gonna be about a year old, she's gonna be talking. You can't get that back. And she said, but I'll make a lot of money. Took off, and my mom helped pay for things while I was doing that, and I just raised Gabby. My name's Eddie Cossin. I grew up in New York, a little town called Center Reach. Wasn't even on most maps because there was only 300-something people in it. And when I was 14, almost 15, my parents gave me a 1969 Volkswagen. Didn't run, and they said, we will pay for any part you need, but you have to do all the work yourself. So I took that car apart to like last night in bolt. I mean, I did everything you can imagine with that. I like being creative. I like challenging myself all the time. It's fun, it's satisfying. At the end of the day, I don't care how bad the day was, I could usually turn around and say, I just made that. And it's feast or famine, don't get me wrong, it really is. There's times, thank God I'm a good cook. And I could cook meals for practically nothing, because if it wasn't for that, I'd starve to death, you know? But it's not about the end like that, it's the journey. So you live the journey, you know, and being a dad is awesome. It's always changing. Now I build cars, I work for myself, and I'm able to stop whenever I want. I can take off at the end of the day. I can take off when my daughter gets out of school, or if there's a field trip or something, I don't have to answer to anybody, I can just go do it. It's the most important thing in the world I just made. I mean, you know, this is a person. This is, you know, she's gonna continue on. You know, I want her to have a good life, and I want us together to have a good life. And you know, when she's ready to go off and do her own thing, I want her to feel confident about that. It's really important to me. It's the #1 importance. I mean, you know, anybody who has kids, that's what you think about. It's important to me that she knows that I care. You know, that things that she does are important. I just want her to have a good life. I want her to be confident, feel good, and feel good about herself, and just have the best life possible. A long time ago, I kind of thought, wow, you know, someday she's not going to want me to do these things with her. I wonder what that's going to be like. And you'd think that you'd be upset, but you're not. You know, they're doing their thing, and they're being their own person, which is really what you want. And it's so cool to be able to step back and watch that she can do this, and she's not afraid, she's confident. You know, it's like, wow, I did a good job. If somebody told me I could never do this stuff again, but I could just hang out with Gabby all the time, I'd be like, fine, that's cool. That's the cars I love. I really like what I do, I really enjoy it, but I could care less about that. She's the best. You know, all these other things that you think were so important, They're not, you know, and now, I mean, look, I got the best thing in the world. People tell me my cars are cool. Nothing, she's cool. She's cool.